Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So Trump has released a statement addressing California and the states insisting on allowing male athletes to compete in girls' sports. And he is not messing around. He's threatening them with the loss of federal funding. And it appears the CIF have been shook about what Trump has said. And they have made some changes to their policy. But are these changes good enough? Let's take a look. So this is what Trump posted on X today. I wish I could do his voice, but unfortunately I can't. He said California, under the leadership of radical left Democrat Gavin Newsom, continues to illegally allow men to play in women's sports. This week, a transitioned male athlete at a major event, there's no such thing, won everything and is now qualified to compete in the state finals next weekend. As a male, he was a less than average competitor. As a female, this transitioned person is practically unbeatable. This is not fair and totally demeaning to women and girls. Please be hereby advised that large-scale federal funding will be held back, maybe permanently, if the executive order on this subject matter is not adhered to. The governor himself said it is unfair. I will speak to him today to find out which way he wants to go. In the meantime, I am ordering local authorities, if necessary, to not allow the transitioned person to compete in the state finals. This is a totally ridiculous situation. Wow. And he is absolutely right. This is a totally ridiculous situation. I hope something can be done before the state finals, because I don't want another girl to lose a state championship to a boy. And of course, the radical leftists, the trans activists, are going to pull apart his statement and say, oh, this isn't right, this isn't accurate. He didn't win everything, or she, quote unquote, didn't win everything because this person lost in the high jump. And they're going to fixate on that and accuse Trump of spreading misinformation and all of this. But the fact is, this is a boy competing in a girls category, and this is unacceptable. This is something that the governor himself said is unfair. So I would like to see not just threats anymore. Maine have been threatened with the loss of their federal funding. They're still allowing it. California has been threatened with the loss of their federal funding. They're still allowing it. Pennsylvania, I believe, they're still allowing it. Boys competing in girls' sports. So their federal funding just simply needs to be pulled if this is not corrected today. Enough of this. That's how I see it. Because they think they can do what they want. They understand that states, they have their own laws, but that doesn't mean that you're allowed to discriminate against women and girls for no good reason, as far as I'm concerned, because this person can compete in the boys division. Yes, you may not win a state championship in the boys division, but guess what? Everyone has to deal with that. There are more mediocre athletes than exceptional athletes, and all of them love participating in sports, regardless of whether they win gold medals. And this athlete is going to have to accept that. So Riley Gaines says, enough with the warnings. If they continually and defiantly ignore federal law, pull federal funds. I absolutely agree. Thank you at Real Donald Trump for standing up for girls everywhere. And this is great to see. Can you imagine the contrast from the last administration? This is great to see. I'm glad to see that President Trump hasn't given up and, forgotten about this. He easily could have done that. But he's seeing what's going on in California at the moment. And he's addressing this directly. Oh, so someone's saying that California contributes the most to America's GDP. So it's going to hurt America if federal funds are pulled. California, my state, is the state with the highest poverty rate and gets the most federal funding. Leave the union? Why don't you just admit that you have never played sports, so you don't understand the problem? That's easier. I'm so tired of seeing the laws broken without any consequences. Exactly. We need to start seeing these states face real consequences. But Trump says he's actually speaking to Newsom, so let's see what comes of that. Trump is a good negotiator, but it's going to get to the point where it actually has to be done now. So Riley Gaines says that Governor Newsom needs to stop straddling the fence. Make him choose a side. Number one, protect the safety, privacy, and opportunities of girls. to undermine fairness, erase women's sports, and sacrifice girls' dreams for political correctness. Professional fence sitter won't be able to sit on the fence much longer. He's all about saying the right thing. He had Charlie Kirk on his podcast, so he thought he would say the right thing while Charlie Kirk was speaking with him. But then when it comes down to it, he's not doing anything. He admits it's unfair, but allows it to continue. And then he's silent on the matter after getting backlash for admitting that it's unfair from the trans activists. The fact is, the majority of people have spoken, including Democrats and liberals, and said that they're against men and women's sports. So what is he so afraid of? Afraid of losing favour with the radical extreme fraction of the Democratic Party. And meanwhile, women and girls are missing out on what is rightfully theirs. Party for women, apparently. So the CIF released the following statement. So after the backlash of this person basically securing a spot at the state championships, people are fed up of seeing male athletes win these women's state championships. And then Trump releasing his post and threatening the state of California with the loss of federal funding, they've immediately updated their policy. So this is what they said. The CIF values all of our student athletes, and we will continue to uphold our mission of providing students with the opportunity to belong, connect, and compete while complying with California law and education code. With this in mind, the CIF will be implementing a pilot entry process for the 2025 CIF State Track and Field Championships. Under this pilot entry process, any biological female student athlete who would have earned the next qualifying mark for one of their section's automatic qualifying entries in the CIF state meet and did not achieve the CIF state at large mark in the finals at their section meet was extended an opportunity to participate in the 2025 CIF State Track and Field Championships. The CIF believes this pilot entry process achieves the participation opportunities we seek to afford our student athletes. To be honest, I don't really understand that, but I'm guessing it's basically allowing a female athlete who missed out due to the presence of a male athlete to still go ahead and compete. So the female athlete who came 7th, because 6 people go forward, 6 women it's supposed to be, go forward. And, the woman who came 7th, she's the one who's now missed out on qualifying due to the presence of this male athlete. So they're saying that they're going to allow her to go ahead and compete. Okay. The fact is, she didn't miss the mark. She didn't fail to qualify. It's that they allowed a male athlete to be in place of a female athlete in a women's competition. So it's their policy that has caused this female athlete to miss out. And not just her, but the person who didn't even make the qualifying meet because of a male athlete. This affects multiple female athletes. Anything that's going to fix this is to actually make women's sports for females only. That's the only way we're going to get fair and safe sports for women and girls in the state of California. And this is under their Instagram. Not good enough. Right answer. You immediately pull boys out from all girls competitions. You revoke all places and awards given to boys in girls competitions. You know this is the right thing to do. Stop playing progressive patty cake on this issue. This is demeaning and patronizing, extending an invitation to girls who have rightfully earned those spots, and acting like you're doing them a favor is shameful. How dare you remove all biological males from girls' sports, period. We fought hard for Title IX, and now you are saying we have to be invited to the table. Are you all out of your minds? Do better. Protect women's sports. The pilot program should be for non-bio females. They should have their own division, period. They already do have their own division. It's called the boys division. So yes, this looks like they panicked and decided to throw something out there to appease the people who are calling them out on their foolishness. This is insulting because it is acting like they're doing girls a favour for a spot that they did actually achieve. It's the policy that they've allowed in the first place that has caused this, and that needs to be corrected. So Riley Gaines says, this is not an adequate response from the CIF following Trump's threat to pull funds from California. Boys would still be competing against girls. They're fully admitting girls are being pushed out of their sports by boys. They just think the boys' feelings matter more. So they just do not want to let this go. They will try everything, coming up with some so-called new policy, but yet still allowing it to continue. That doesn't make any sense to me. Now, whatever the CIF is doing, Gavin Newsom as the governor can implement changes. So it really is up to him. The CIF, I guess they're trying to appease, people because the state championship is coming up and there's not much time. So they're throwing anything out there. So basically, we will include another biological woman to compete only to lose to the dude. Got it. Until the second place woman gets a first place medal, your solution solves nothing. So, the girls are afforded an extra opportunity to participate in an additional rigged competition so they can further be demoralized. It's shocking. That's the best they can come up with ahead of the state championships coming up. That's the best they can come up with. All they need to do is restore the female category as it should be, for females only. That's it. They know what to do, but they're trying to get away with whatever they're allowed to get away with. That's what it comes down to. So it's up to Trump to make sure that they don't get away with it. This isn't good enough. This is all to look good on paper, to pretend to be giving girls what they actually achieved, what they actually qualified for in the first place. You don't give these girls something that they have already obtained. You make sure that you honor what they have achieved and what they have obtained. They're not asking for special treatment like these male athletes. They're simply asking for fairness, for what is rightfully theirs, and a level playing field, a fair shot. That's all they're asking for. Until I'm proven otherwise, I will believe that the state of California is a lost cause. The next move is for them to face real repercussions. It is insulting, I agree. And it certainly isn't good enough. CIF need to do better. And don't even get me started on private spaces for these girls. Once you say that a boy can identify as a girl and compete in women's sports, that boy is allowed into the locker room. They haven't even addressed that. By definition, the girls category excludes boys. That's why it's the girls category. That way women can actually have sports that they deserve to themselves. The girls deserve better than this. They deserve better than that updated policy. Gavin Newsom knows it. The CIF know it. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Take care of yourselves and God willing, I will see you in the next video.